Hey everybody, Dr. Baker here. Hey, with me, friend and patient of mine, Corey. Corey's got better range of motion. His low back's not bothering me near as much. Neck feels a lot better, more energy, all kinds of great stuff. But let's do a backstory. You've had a lot of different trauma with your body. Major accident was what? Fill us in on that.
In 2007, I had a quad accident, head on another quad, and folded my head backwards. I was looking backwards when I landed, tib-fib fracture, and I was a mess for about a year.
Yeah, he described it as my head was literally going the wrong direction. And then you've been going to a chiropractor for quite a while before you and I met.
Right.
What was that experience? And I'm assuming that helped at some capacity.
It was upper cervical. I was afraid of anyone really adjusting my spine, especially my cervical, because of the injuries. And it helped a little bit, but I was never 100%.
Got it. We met up, and what was going on with your body when we first met?
Much of the same as listed above. Just couldn't move, had lower body issues. I had no range of motion, couldn't even lift my legs upstairs.
Okay. Started adjusting you. We did do full spine. You did thankfully trust me to adjust your spine.
Scary stuff.
And what kind of results have you seen throughout the last? We've been together now for
almost 3 years.
3 years. Okay. What's changed?
Everything. Lower body is good, a lot more strength. You taught me a lot about stretching and strength and the core. And I have complete range of motion with no pain.
And the adjustment's constantly evolving. And one of the things that I really appreciate is the opportunity to grow with you and figure out how to adjust you. Because when you guys watch me, watch me adjust on a table, it may look like I'm doing the same thing for everybody, but everybody's totally different. And with Corey, his neck adjustment, although necessary, is painful, and it oftentimes creates zingers in his hands, but it's helpful. So I check his neck every single visit, and thankfully we've gotten to a point where probably 4 out of 5 times it doesn't really need to be adjusted. So I want to encourage you to be going to a chiropractor that doesn't just adjust you no matter what, but instead is actually checking to see if you have a problem that needs to be addressed. And if you get to the point where 80 to 90% of the time you don't need to be adjusted, I would argue that that's a very good thing.
Yes.
Going to the dentist and having cavities. The other thing that we've worked on is Corey. We've been adjusting his sacrum for a long time, and he has a situation where his L5, which is right above the sacrum, is shifted back a little bit like this, and so we kind of hit a dead end. His low back was still bothering him, and I was frustrated as much as he was. So I changed the adjustment and literally just adjusted that forward, and bam, it's been a lot better since.
1000%.
So want to encourage you to A, find a good chiropractor, B, make sure you get x-rays, because without your x-rays, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. And make sure that if you're not getting results, you recognize that it's not chiropractic. You just need to find a different chiropractor that fits your body and the approach that you need.